said, so when they come through the boarding bridges, we provided these tables for them to start filling in the forms. Even though some can fill their forms in the plane, we have people here from hotels, the Ministry of Health, who make sure that the forms have been filled right. Telephone numbers for the passengers and their contact person. Any other person who can be contacted should they be needed. So we hope that we will have nurses who interact with people to make sure that they are providing the right information with airport staff. And once they are done, then they go down to the immigration area for the screen of their temperatures, which is the first sign to indicate that someone may have the coronavirus. So this is the last test, the major test for identification of infection. So when you get here, the cameras are thermal cameras. So you look into the camera, and then the camera takes your temperature.
If it's green, it means you're okay.
Yeah, so okay, no kind of first time. So if it is right, that is where we start the quarantine process. And we would like to show you the quarantine room. And so at the quarantine room, it is manned by our own airport clinic, our portal, officers from the Centers for Coronavirus and Treatment. Temperature goes up, you become suspicious of carrying the coronavirus. So at that point, we take you out of the airport. And the feature of this quarantine room is that because you could be carrying the virus, when you enter this room, you have to find which will have to be established that you are not a threat before you come back out. If you are found to be a threat, you are taken out onto the terminal, into the airside, whereby we have an ambulance position to take you then to the Greater Hospital for a sample to be taken from you for inclusion to come in and test you. So then you go out of the airport environment, and then our national.
So this is the first point of call for airline travelers who may have a problem.
Yes,
this is it.
This is it.
Okay. These are the young ladies who are working here.
Yes.
We put them up, and they have a dedicated ambulance where they have the protective where they have been trained on how to transport them. And that's the only ambulance that carries people from here to the treatment center.
And that door is where we take the people out. So that door opens to the airside.
And to the ambulance.
Yeah, to the ambulance. So the ambulance will be parked in front of the house. So you don't get back. No.
Good luck. Man.
This is Tema General Hospital, and this is the infectious diseases unit. We are already prepared for the ongoing COVID-19, but currently there is no case in Ghana. We have an emergency response team made up of doctors, nurses, pharmacists, administrators. This is a clean area where the nurses have their changing room, where they will change before they enter into the main ward. But in here we have 8 beds. However, it can be extended to 12 beds. Currently, we don't have any patient here. That is why the place is empty. And here we have 2 exit doors. So when the staff has finished all the work they need to do here concerning the patients, they will exit through a door outside where they are going to change and be disinfected before they go into the community. So now we may have a walk through. Yes, please. But behind you is one of our staff who has been adorned in full personal protective equipment, showing that we have the equipment to take care of patients who may come in here. Storeroom with personal protective equipment made up of gowns, coverall, goggles, including like what the gentleman, including disinfectants.
This hospital was supported by the Bank of Ghana, together with our own internal resources, IGF resources, that was used to build the center. It's a 4-unit, highly purposefully built center, and so well designed to hold and quarantine an infectious case. Yes. So ever since the news came of this virus in China, we've put in place series of preparatory processes. So, for example, we had a team, an emergency response team, which we have activated. We have strengthened the team. We asked for staffs, doctors and nurses to serve as volunteers. We did not compel them, but surprisingly, many nurses and many doctors are willing to join in the preparatory plan. And then also we've created what we call the pre-triage table, so that every patient who is coming in, as you come, your basic checks will be done on you. Your temperature will be checked. A brief history will be taken about you, whether you have traveled to any of the countries that have been affected. If none of this is positive, then we allow you to join the rest of the crowd. But if there is any positive indication, we keep you and we make arrangements to transport you to this center, and then we can now conduct a test, which involves taking samples and sending it to Noguchi. To date, we have tested about 17 people who had symptoms that fitted into the case definition. However, luckily, none of them had tested positive. All of them were negative. Even as at yesterday, we had another person, but he also had turned negative. Thank you very much.
But the testing procedures are not available here. It's done at Noguchi. It's done at Noguchi.
Yes. So samples are taken
and
6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, we get the results. Yes.
I to understand your impressions. What you've seen
so far, it looks secure. Just keep our fingers crossed that we don't have to use them.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.